In the year 3456, across the distant edges of the Orion Arm, the galactic Concord had expanded its reach across thousands of star systems. Dozens of intelligent species formed a peaceful union, sharing knowledge and culture, united by their belief that they were the pinnacle of evolution. But amid their vast archives and deep space records, there existed a strange myth, one of a species so fierce, so unpredictable, that they had burned bright and vanished before the stars of Concord were even born. They were called humans. Some said they were gods, others believed they were a warning. Most dismissed them as a fabricated legend, a tale to scare younglings into behaving. Until the fleet arrived. It began with a distortion on the edge of explored space. A small scout vessel detected a ripple in subspace, followed by a message: Sol Defense Command requests diplomatic contact. The language was ancient, buried deep in the oldest translation cores, and the source, an uncharted system known as Sol, was believed to have gone dark millennia ago. Out of curiosity, the Concord dispatched a diplomatic envoy. What they found shattered every belief they held. An armada of ships unlike anything the Concord had ever seen hovered in perfect formation around a blue planet. Sleek, silent, and painted matte black, each vessel bore no identifiable weapons, yet radiated energy signatures that suggested unimaginable power. The humans hadn't just survived, they had thrived. For thousands of years, they had gone silent, building, advancing, and watching. The Concord ambassadors were received by beings that looked deceptively simple, flesh and bone, average in height, with eyes that held the weight of centuries. They called themselves the children of Earth. Polite but distant, they made no demands. They merely offered a question: are you ready to remember what fear feels like? Confusion spread through the Concord. The humans hadn't attacked. They hadn't even threatened violence. But something in their presence felt deeply wrong, like standing too close to a storm you can't see. Records soon surfaced of a species called the Kraxel, ancient conquerors who once enslaved half the galaxy. They vanished without explanation thousands of years ago, at the same time humans were said to have disappeared. Coincidence? The truth emerged slowly, leaked through old archives and decrypted files. The humans had destroyed the Kraxel. Not with superior numbers, but with sheer unrelenting determination. They didn't fight like any known species. They adapted. They refused to surrender. When outnumbered, they didn't retreat. They burned everything, including themselves, just to make sure their enemies fell too. Victory wasn't their goal. Survival was. And they were very, very good at surviving. The Concord began to panic. Diplomats begged for reassurances. Scientists tried to understand the technology. Military leaders quietly prepared defenses. But the humans made no move. They simply waited. Then came the twist. A rogue Concord faction, believing they were acting in everyone's best interest, launched a surprise strike on the human fleet. The moment the attack reached the outer perimeter, all communication across the Concord systems went dead. Every AI system crashed. Entire fleets found themselves blind and adrift. One by one, ships were boarded, not destroyed. The humans didn't retaliate with fire. They responded with a message. We offered peace. You chose fear. The Concord expected war. What they got was silence. After 7 days, everything came back online. The human fleet was gone. No one knew how. No trace of their technology remained, only a message etched into the surface of the Concord's capital moon. Legends never die. They wait. And from that day on, every Concord child grew up knowing the old stories were true. The humans were real. They were out there, watching, waiting. And this time, they weren't the ones who needed to be afraid.